All right, so welcome everyone to our onboarding call. So this is actually the first official onboarding call we're doing because we normally call these spaces Members Connect, but Members Connect has become more educational now. What we're doing with Members Connect is we're getting different experts, different educational opportunities to bring you moments where you can learn how to advance in LGBTQ travel, how to create products, how to access certain resources. So we're keeping Members Connect a lot more educational. And what we're doing is we're making these onboarding calls moments for our new members every quarter to understand how to better utilize benefits from their IGLTA membership. So this is our first onboarding call for new members, and we are going to do it again quarterly. This is the second quarter of the year. So this is these are everyone who's here has joined IGLTA in the last 2 quarters of the year. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being a very important part of IGLTA. Our member base is definitely our most important part of the organization. We are a membership-based organization, and it is through you that we can create a community in the travel industry that can really network and can help expand LGBTQ travel worldwide. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of IGLTA. We can't thank you enough for your support and for your commitment to, queer travel and making sure that there are more and more safe spaces for queer travelers across the world. So again, thank you for being here. Today, we're going to look into 2 very important things. First, our members resources page that you may have already checked out, but I want to have a little overview of our members resources page because this landing page within our site is a new feature. We didn't used to have it, but a lot of our members were like, I would like the place where I can get all the information, a single spot where I can know everything I can do with my membership. So we created our members resources page, which is basically, it concentrates all the information you need to know as a member. So we're going to have a little overview of that. And then Ashley is going to have a little overview about an item that we know some of you struggle with, or we know some of you are really interested in utilizing a lot more, which is how to add events, tours, and specials to your listing so that they are reflected on our website, on the events, tours, and special sites, and how to access it, how to add them, and what kind of events are the most attractive. So we're going to go through that, and we're also going to solve any questions you may have. If you have not yet updated your listing, or if you have not yet uploaded or made your listing public, make sure that you also ask any questions that you may have on that regard. This is definitely a space for you to clear any of those questions, to really ask anything. This is a completely safe space for you to ask anything. There are not bad questions. There are no silly questions. Every question here is valid because we know they're your new members, and we want to make sure that you're really getting the experience that you deserve. So with that said, I am going to quickly share to you our members resources page, and I am going to walk you through it. Can everyone confirm that you're seeing? Awesome. All right. So basically this is, I'm going to send you the link on this, on the chat for the members, a link to the site, so you can also look at it directly. But you also must have gotten this at one point in the communication for your onboarding. If you didn't receive it, well, here it is. Now you know that this site exists. And this is a very, very valuable site for you to really understand what you can do with your membership. So let's go through it very quickly. I don't want to spend a lot of time here because you can definitely go through it by yourself. But basically here, you're going to find everything you need to know for navigating IGLTA membership. So all the guides on how to update your profile, how to renew, how to add events, tours, and specials that we're also going to look into today with Ashley, how to add multiple locations to your profile so that those locations are added, or so that you're added to the travel guides that we have. And I'm not sure if you are aware or how many of you are aware, but we have 33 country travel guides for LGBTQ travelers to be able to get all the insider scoop and all the information about that destination before their visit and during their planning process. And you can be a part of those guides if you update your locations correctly about your operations. If you're just a hotel in one single location, well, you'll appear on that travel guide for that country. But if you're a tour operator and you operate in several cities, several destinations across the world, well, you want to make sure that you have those multiple locations on your profile, for example. So you're going to find everything about all the how-tos, all the guides right here in this part that's called Navigating IGLTA Membership. So make sure that you go through those guides. It's really important to really go through the guides to be able to utilize most of the website's features to the best of your ability, to the best of the benefits abilities, basically. So make sure that you really go through these guides and videos. And if you still have questions, Ashley and I are here for you. You can also download IGLT's logos and branding guidelines. Our brand's reputation is well known across the world. We are the International LGBTQ+ Travel Association, so we have the global authority on LGBTQ+ travel. So when other companies across the world see your logo, it gives you that, that authority, it gives you that backing, and it helps you become more visible as well. So make sure that you're utilizing the IGLT logo in your marketing, in parts of your communication, in your website. Make sure that you indicate that you're affiliated with IGLTA, because this will definitely help you get that reputation backup from that you may need for, when you're looking for new business partners or new business across the world. We, again, we have different parts. We have the IGLTA Members Connect series also published here so that you're able to link directly to the Connect series. And again, here, you don't need to attend live webinars for you to educate yourselves on certain topics. We're publishing them there, and you can always go back to them on demand. So this is great for you to be able to go back to these educational content sessions. We're creating more and more content for you. The last Members Connect session we talked about what pink washing means and how to avoid pink washing in terms of marketing, which as Pride is upcoming right now, it's very important to understand what pink washing is and how to avoid pink washing in Pride specifically. You're going to find a section for the IGLTA blog. And again, you as a member can contribute to our travel blog and our business blog, right? So if you have, tourism business tips to share with our community and you want to feature them on our blog, or you already write for another media, or you have your own Medium page, or you have your, you post on LinkedIn, then you could use our business blog to share some of that content that you're an expert on. But most importantly, our members utilize our travel blog. And our travel blog is amazing. It's an amazing way to be featured as a destination or as an experience, right? So you want to check out our travel blog and make sure that you understand what kind of content we have here. It's not commercial content. We're not trying to sell on this blog, but we're trying to have this blog be a resource for consumers and for LGBTQ travelers, for them to see that there are more destinations that they can think of, that they can travel to, and also for them to learn about new experiences that are open to LGBTQ travelers. So if you have an experience like this, for example, Benny, if you want to talk about your festival and what that means and what that festival means for the destination that you live in Brazil, or where you're hosting that in Brazil, you can definitely do that in our travel blog, and that will give you a lot of exposure as well, besides the exposure that you can get from our calendars and our events that we're going to talk about further today. We have the LGBTQ travel guides, as I mentioned. These are the 33 country-specific LGBTQ guides where you can be featured as a member if you update your multiple locations. Again, we're continuing to be expanding these guides. We want to continue increasing them. We have a group of travel writers that are working constantly on creating new guides. So we'll have more and more travel guides there, but 33 is already a huge number. It's becoming a very complete database of country travel guides for LGBTQ travelers. So consumers are coming to me, like people who, I meet randomly in the streets and I tell them I work at IGLTA. They go like, oh, IGLTA, I've used you to plan my trip. Like, people really do use these features, and this is an opportunity for your business to be featured as well. We have information about our foundation and the important work that our foundation does, including research. And here's the next part, which is research. So research is accessible to all our members. Make sure that you're utilizing it. We have very, very valuable research in terms of how to implement DEI strategies, how to create products for travelers that are LGBTQ and HIV positive, how to make sure that you're catering correctly to transgender and non-binary travelers, right? All of these research and also trends. We have the 2021 post-pandemic LGBTQ travel trends that are very important, give you a lot of important data as to what LGBTQ travelers are demanding out there in the market. So all of this is very important for you to create your communication strategies, your marketing strategies, and also for you to be able to implement different practices within your companies. So make sure that you're going through a research, because it's certainly one of the most important parts of being an IGLT member is having access, having privileged access to this educational spaces. We have our emerging destinations program. So if you want to share, if you're in an emerging destination in South America, Latin America, in Africa and Asia, you can learn everything about our program here. It's a very, very special program that gives membership access to, at a very, very low cost, to LGBTQ owned businesses in emerging destinations. So make sure that you check that out, because you may have colleagues, you may know people that you work with that could benefit from this type of membership. So help share it around. And our colleague Amin, who is here on this call, is going to be hosting an emerging destinations call very, very soon to explain the program. So you can also enroll on that call by clicking on this link here. You have all the news articles here. You have a photo and of our team and our staff. This is not all of our team, but this is a team that was able to make it to the latest meeting that we had in Florida, a staff meeting that we had in Florida. But unfortunately, because of COVID, some of our staff was not able to join. But anyways, you can find out about our team here, the organizational chart, what we do, and how to access anyone within our staff as well for different needs. You'll find all the industry events and conference calendar, where we're going to be as an organization in terms of travel trade, where you can find us, what travel shows you're going to be able to find us at. For example, we're going to be at IPW in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to be there. Some other people in our staff are going to be there. So if you're going to be there, make sure you visit our stand, make sure you talk to us, and just check out the calendar throughout the year, because we are at a lot of travel shows and we want to meet you in person too. The newsletters that we have, make sure you're enrolled to both, so you can find them there as well. And some information about convention. Make sure that you understand where convention is, how it works, what you can, how much it costs to participate. As a member, you have discounted access to convention, of course. So all the information about convention you'll find here. So this is it for the members resources page. Really, everything you need to know as a member is here. And if new things come in, we are updating our page all the time. So make sure that you are logging in frequently to the members resource page. You can find a link to this page directly from your profiles, where it says member resources. So you can always access it that way, or just save the link as a favorite in your bookmarks to make sure that you have easy access to these. One last thing I wanted to mention before I pass it on to Ashley, who is going to explain how to add events, tours, and specials, which is the main topic for today's call. Make sure that you also, or I'm not sure if you've seen, but we launched an amazing new member feature, which is called the IGLTA Go. It's a virtual marketplace, and it's going to be held on June 23rd. We had to update the date recently, so maybe you haven't gotten that update yet, but you will soon. And the IGLTA Go marketplace is going to be a completely virtual space where if you're a supplier or if you're a buyer, you can participate, you can have one-on-one meetings with other IGLTA members to do business with. So you've been asking for more networking spaces. You've been asking for more places for you to be able to carry out business with other members. So we have created the Iglca Go virtual marketplace, and it's going to be fantastic. We have so much interest already, but we do have limited spots because it's our first version. We want to expand it as we go on, but it's our first version. So we have some limited spots. So make sure that you enroll early. I'll leave the link to the page on the chat box for you to also check out. And without further ado, I'll pass it on to my colleague, Ashley, who will explain how to add events, tours, and specials to our site.
Awesome. Thanks, Santiago. Again, my name is Ashley Slaughter. I am the membership concierge here at Iglta, which means in the hotel lobby that is your Iglta membership. I am the person that is here to make your life easy. I am a great first stop if you have any questions. Oftentimes I will need to hand you over to the subject matter experts within our organization, but I am the great first inbox to find your way to. I am on the website, so if you ever need me, you just click on my little face and you will be able to email me directly from the website. So let's talk events, tours, and specials. I'm going to steal the screen share from Santiago. And if you guys could give me the same thumbs up you gave him, just so I know. If you can see my screen, love it. Okay, so when we are talking about updating your listing, there are kind of three major buckets. The first bucket is going to be updating your public facing profile that looks a lot like this. It's just your logo, a few select hero images, your member details. This is a great first step. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to email me and we can walk through that together. The second big picture item or bucket, if you will, is going to be updating your tours, specials, and events. So that can kind of be anything. So if you're a hotelier, it could be a really great happy hour that you're having in the lobby, or it could be a great room block rate that you have during a particular festival. If you are a travel planner, it can be some sort of
Ashley froze on my screen. Did it freeze for everyone? All right, let's just give her a couple of seconds. She's probably having a problem with connection. But while we wait for her, do we have any questions so far as to what I explained that you can access on the member resources page? As you've been sort of onboarding and understanding Iglta membership, have you faced any problems? Have you encountered any issues? Have you gotten any questions? We can definitely solve them now, and we can, I'm sure a lot of the questions that some of you may have can apply to the whole group. No questions? All right, so how long ago did you join Iglta? Like, tell me on the chat box, like 2 months ago, a month ago, like how new are you to the organization? 6 months ago, 2 months ago? Nice.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. You might not know this, in St. Louis, Missouri, we are in the middle of a tornado watch, and I just lost power for a brief second, but I'm back. Don't worry, I'm safe. I live on the top of a hill, so we're good, but whew.
Perfect. Thank you, Ashley. You can take over again.
No problem. Okay, let's talk with our few minutes. Can you guys see my screen? Can I get that thumbs up if you can see it? Love it. Great. So your events, tours, and specials, like I said, live at the header next to your plan your trip. Now let's talk about uploading these great events, tours, and specials. So we have a great PDF that will walk you through the process. If you've never seen this PDF, I will get it to you. Shoot me a note and I'll make sure you have it. If not, it is on the website under membership details. We can put that link in the chat once I stop sharing my screen. You are going to log into your Iglta account just as normal, like you were updating anything. So it should look a lot like this. You're in, let's pretend you're Austin. You're going to hit this manage my account directly underneath your name, and then your next page will look a lot like this. This is your personal account, and then you are going to hit under your membership info, view listing. This is your listing for your organization. You will then get a beautiful screen that says, hey, you have an organization called, let's say, Aging Gayfully, like my dear friend Chris would have, who's on this call. You would hit open right here on the right-hand side, boop, boop, boop. And then you would see this page. So this page should look pretty familiar to you guys. I did also want to pull it up on the actual website so you could see. So this is just Visit Santa Rosa, one of our new CVBs who might also be on the call today. So you would see this is just where you would update your general information. But for today, we're going to scroll on down to tours, events, and specials. So we're going to click that. And this is what you'll see. So as you can see, it looks like my friend Christina is working on her Pride event. If you wanted to add a new event, you would come right over here to this big blue button that says add event. Just so that I don't mess up Christina's hard work, I'm going to pull back up to our PDF. And so right here, you're going to see the different types of things you can add. There are all these fun little dots, tours, specials, weekly, daily tours, LGBTQ cruise, special events, etc., etc. And then down here is where it gets, again, thunder and lightning. The dog is not happy. Is where it gets fun and you can start to really build out exactly what this event is. All of the pictures, anything that you want to include to, one, let people know that it's going to be a blast, and then two, it's going to be inclusive and maybe your desired target audience. So I'm just going to keep scrolling through these really quick. Here is a couple things that I wanted to note. A lot of the common emails that we get that are like, hey, I'm really struggling to get this tours and specials uploaded, stem from not being able to submit. So here is the life hack of all life hacks. And if you ever hear another member struggling with this, you know the inside secret. On the left-hand side of your portal where you make all these updates, there are these little red insignias. These tell you where all of the required details need to be inputted. And so if you are not able to submit or it's grayed out and you can't press that submit for review button, chances are one of these little guys is lit up. Once you enter into that section, you'll see exactly what you're missing. So you might be missing your street address or your city. Once you get those entered in and all of these little red insignias go away, you will be able to, we're scrolling, add your images. You'll be able to go down here, add all of the categories. This category section, if you've ever been on a call with me where I've walked you through the updating process, I always say, spend a little extra time, go through all of these categories. Every single category that you click will actually broaden your audience for whatever event, tour, or special that you're having. A lot of times people will use our plan your trip tool and want to go to I want to go to a gay only cruise. And so maybe you do a gay only cruise, but you hadn't clicked those insignias, you wouldn't necessarily be within that search. And so the more time you really spend going through these categories, it's just a great way to connect with people who want to go on your event, tour, or special. Okay, we're moving. You will come down here and hit this save button. Once you hit this save button and all of your information is in, this save and submit for review button will pop up. If it's not available, like I said, make sure you check out these required fields. Once you save and submit for review, someone from our team, typically me or Eduardo, who might be on the call, we try and get these reviewed within 24 hours during the business week. If you submit it over the weekend, I promise you it's what I spend my Monday mornings doing. But I love seeing these event tours and specials. I feel like whenever I've had travelers reach out and ask questions, they're usually around these event tours and specials. So I think that they're a really great tool that we want to empower you to use. You can submit as many as you want. So if you are like, man, every single day is an event tour or special here, submit them, put yourself out there, utilize this great platform that you have full access to as a member. Going to stop sharing my screen really quick and ask if anyone has any questions. I know that was really quick and we're apparently going through a natural disaster together. If you have any questions, please let me know. Yes, Benny.
Hi, my festival has like a lot of experiences, music, conferences, fair, a ball. So how should I submit it? Like separately or all together?
That's a great question. I would do
check all
every
the
event.
boxes.
I think you can do it. Yes, and so I think, and Santiago, you can tell me if you disagree. I think you can do one large event, like here is our large scale event, and you can detail out everything that's happening. And then if there's certain things you want to highlight, like the ball, maybe the ball gets its own event. Maybe different, certain brunches get their own event.
Yeah, because we will happen in the same area here in Rio. Each action taking place in different places, but in the same area in Rio. So it's everything one thing, but everything is something separately. Does it make sense?
I would say if there's different venues for each of those events, then definitely that makes sense to add them separately. But also there's another calendar that we have that you can submit requests to. And so this is besides what Ashley just explained. We have another calendar that's called LGBTQ Events. So apart from you can put it in your own listing, and that's going to appear on our events tab in the website. But apart from that, because this is specifically a queer event, what you can also do is you can submit it on the form that we have on the calendar that's called LGBTQ Events. So there's a calendar on our website. So you don't access this through your profile. You access it through the normal website. So you go to the website, you see the calendars that we have on the calendar tab, and you're gonna go to the LGBTQ Events and Festivals calendar, and then you open that calendar, and there's a form in that calendar. It explains how to submit an event. There's a form you can fill out, and you can submit your queer event there. So you can have it both on your profile so that it appears on the general events for our website, but you can also have it as an event that is a queer event on our LGBTQ events calendar. And I tell you this so that the more you feature your event in different parts of our website, the better exposure it will get. So you have several options.
Yeah, so whenever I put the action separately, it would be good for me to describe it as part of something bigger that is the festival, right?
Yes.
So people can understand it, like the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, and even submitting your festival, the large scale festival, to the festival calendar, and then all of the little individual events as a tour special under your specific profile. That way you can reference, and you can even hyperlink. So you could actually hyperlink to your festival within the IGLTA calendar.
Great.
Okay. Oh, the integration, that would be great.
Exactly. But yeah, anyone else has any questions about how to add their events, how to add their specials, how to add their tours on their profile, and so that they get published? Again, it's very important that you actually submit for review and don't just save, because you could save the draft and so you can start editing, and then maybe 2 hours later or the next day you can continue editing because you don't have time that day, whatever. But if you don't hit the button that is submit for review, these changes and these events won't actually get published. So make sure that you do that, because we have had members come to us saying, oh, I don't see my event published. I uploaded it, but they didn't really submit it for review. So make sure that you do that when you finish the draft.
You think you've submitted something and you haven't, and you're like, it's been 72 hours, Ashley, is everything okay? Please email me, because sometimes they do, like I said, get stuck in that draft, and we can't see things that are in draft unless we know. So you can never send me enough emails.
Exactly.
Maybe I'll change that next meeting, but for right now, you can never send me enough emails.
Do you have any other people, any other questions? I know Paula, for example, in Mexico, you were interested in really getting this down so that you could teach your hotels. If you have any questions, let us know. I've just sent the link to our virtual marketplace that's happening on June 23rd as well. And Pride season is coming, so I'm sure a lot of you have events during Pride. I'm sure a lot of you have a specials for your products during Pride. Make sure those are up and running and published, because we wanna make sure that we're sharing them. We're going to be sharing parts of that as well in our newsletter. So if you're not on there yet, you're going to miss those opportunities to be featured. No more questions? All
I have a
right.
question for Benny. What conditioner do you use? You should email me because that is the most beautiful hair I've ever seen. That's my question. We can take that offline. This meeting is still recording, so that's fun.
It's the cheapest shampoo and conditioner.
Oh, so it's just genetics is what you're telling me.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Awesome. Well, it's great to see everyone. Welcome to IGLTA, all of our new members. We're so grateful for you.
Yeah, welcome to IGLTA. Welcome to the coolest and most fun association in the travel industry. You're going to love being part of IGLTA if you don't already. We are the friendly face of travel. We are the queerest face of travel, and we're here for our community, for our members. So anything you need, we're very approachable, and we're always ready to answer your questions.
Have a great day, everyone.
Great. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you,
everyone.
Santiago. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.